our people's contribution to America and freedom. Vocational problems of Negroes is being discussed on the air. Dr. B.W. Doyle, Dean of Municipal Negro College, J.F. Kane, President of a plant turning out Army work, C.D. Rifkin of the War Manpower Commission, and Frederick Marrero, a war worker, agreed that, as exemplified in Louisville, Negroes and whites work amicably together, that opportunities are being more and more equalized, and that after the war, there will be little or no discrimination against the mixing of races in all industry.
Ceramics or clay modeling is a very old art, but it is only within the last few years that it has really come into its own in our part of the world. Now, universities teach it. Here, university students do great things with mud and water. The clay, having been mixed and put through a sieve, is smooth. The instructor kneads it, just like dough, for it cannot have lumps. These girls are sorting and classifying various kinds of clay for various processes. From the dull clods we have been looking at, these clever students fashion beautiful vases and other objects of art which are both useful and a joy to behold. This girl is working a foot lathe. The handwork done, smoothed out must be by machine to ensure accurate symmetry. Baked thoroughly in this kiln, the vases are finished, ready for use. Admiring her handiwork, and well she may. A more ambitious work of art gets finishing touches, the careful work of weighing the glazing compound. Here are some of the beautiful things the students have turned out.
Mr. Butterbeans, as a valet to President Roosevelt, we understand you accompanied him on a number of the historic trips we've been reading about. Will you tell us something about your experiences?
Yes, I was on the trip that the President met Prime Minister Churchill, and the Atlantic Charter was formulated. Also the trip to Casablanca, as well as the trip to Cairo and Tehran several months ago.
Mr. Butterbeans, did you see any of the world-famous figures at these conferences?
Yes, it was my good fortune to see Marshal Stalin, the Generalissimo and Madame Chiang Kai-shek, the rulers of Turkey, Persia, and several other notables.
Mrs. Butterbeans, how do you feel about your husband making these famous trips?
I envy my husband very much, but he remembers me every place that he's been. This large bell is brought from Cairo, and also these little ones.
Folks, meet Mike, the wavingest, flirtingest fellow in Memphis, and all points south. Mike is never lonely. He's beautiful, but not dumb. No, Mike's no chump. He won't wave unless he gets peanuts. He's as used to the camera as a Hollywood sweater girl because he's been photographed lots of times. Naturally, Mike is the envy of all the other bears. Mike is the kid's delight. He may be a bear now, but he'll probably grow up to be a wolf. You have been reading a lot about the activities at Nettuno Beach in Italy. Here are behind-the-line activities. There has just been an enemy air raid, concentrated largely upon supply ships in the harbor. But fortunately, most of our supplies had been landed. A protecting smoke screen was thrown up behind Allied ships, and anti-aircraft guns drove off the Nazis. Thus, our precious food, munitions, and other essentials are carried to shelter, at least for the moment, to safety. These U.S. Army Signal Corps pictures reveal there is never a dull moment. For if our boys aren't under fire, they are busy with the endless job of maintaining the supply lines, the lifeline which spells the difference between defeat and victory.
Physical education is compulsory at Tuskegee, where the adage concerning a sound mind and a sound body is thoroughly adhered to. Freshmen and sophomores must take 5 hours of this physical fitness training every week, while juniors and seniors are required to take 3 hours a week. Lillian Purifoy, low hurdles champ. Alice Coachman, a fresh Lillian, is national high jump champion, also 50-meter champion. Meet Alice, an all-American track star. 700 girls take part in these mass exercises. Tuskegee has turned out many champs, aside from Lillian Purifoy and Alice Coachman. Such splendid training ensures poise, symmetry, good health, as well as good endurance. Since 1928, Tuskegee has held an annual track and field meet for girls from southern colleges, thus encouraging athletics for women throughout the Southland. The success of Tuskegee co-eds in competitive athletics, games, and in precision exercises, as well as interpretive dancing, has brought an added fame to the illustrious institution.
Ago, I had 6 boyfriends and a yacht. Last year, I had 1 boyfriend and a rowboat.
How you doing this year?
Waterways.
Uh-oh.